How long has it been? How long has it been? 23 years we have been arguing over the validity of 9/11, the validity of the vote, the validity of everything that has been America. And what have we done with it? We've allowed everything to go to shit because everybody wants to blame a Republican. Everybody wants to blame Bush or Trump. Everybody wants to blame instead of trying to improve and fix this country. They would rather turn it all into a rotted mess. But what hurts the most is having people who were traditionally conservative but would rather just hate Trump because of January 6th, because he didn't do enough, because it's never enough. I'm sick and tired of that line of thinking. That type of line of thinking is exactly why we're in this mess. And we're going to continue being in this mess because it will never be enough for people. They would rather just hate and hate and hate because of January 6th, because of COVID, because he didn't say the right thing. He didn't say the right or speak in the right tone. He didn't do enough. That's why we're in this mess, and we'll always be in this mess. All I ask for is for people to just let it roll off the backs of people. But they can't. They can't because their ego won't allow them. And that's part of the problem with Democrats and Republicans, respectfully. Their ego won't allow them. They would rather just tear down each other like a pack of rabid wolves. I have seen the hellish nightmare abominations that both Republicans and Democrats, mainly Democrats, have created, but they don't give two flying fucks. They would rather believe that they're fighting for democracy. I don't care about democracy anymore. I don't care about 9/11. I don't care about January 6th. I don't care anymore. I've stopped caring in about the last couple of years, all because people would rather just have abortions and weed as some form of democracy. And then use that means of democracy to hate on people like me. Anyone that's light-skinned enough, anyone that's smart enough, anyone that's anything enough. Just an ever-continuing cycle of hate because they believe, but you don't, and vice versa. Just hate. Because it's all about beating down people well enough to make them believe the numbers, whatever you want them to be. This is why we're in this mess for 23 years. Believing. And it's not even that. It's all the cult terminology. Using the term cult to explain MAGA or the trend of MAGA or making America great again. Like, if making America great again was something unpatriotic, that if you didn't believe it was already great, if you didn't believe enough, then you're unpatriotic. That is roughly the problem with the America that I know. The power of belief, the power of everything that has twisted America down to its very core. Nobody wants to have an intellectual conversation. Everybody wants to say, get out of here. maggot or T-tard or communist or what have you. Nobody wants to have an intellectual conversation. Everybody wants to just block until their block list becomes as long as the Dead Sea Scrolls. I'm starting to think that nobody actually wants to have a conversation. And if they did, it would just end up being a lecture on why you are bad and you should feel bad about it. I've watched everything go to shit for 9 years. 10 years almost now. Because I don't know anymore. I thought I was doing right by building up this network. I wish I could do right. I wish I could do more. I wish I could fix things again. But they won't allow me to fix anything ever again. Because they see me as some underclass that should be brushed away. Because I have a lazy eye. I have a speech impediment for my voice. I have something that's wrong with me. It's always something that's wrong with me. I don't look pretty enough. I don't look TV pretty enough or YouTube pretty enough. And all that they have is more vengeance, hate, and venom. And all that they have is more anything. I'm at the point of the end of my rope as a civilization. As a person that would rather just watch everything go to shit. And now I'm just standing on the precipice of 15 years of darkness for both the Republican and Democrats because they can't deal with children or animals or what have you. They would rather look at me like a freak because I have this or this going this way. I just want there to be a point where people can just look at me with a level and measure of respect. And stop thinking about January 6th. Stop thinking about a damn red hat because someone got a little too rowdy on January 6th. But then again, half of conservatism and half of liberalism doesn't give a shit about the common people. They never do. All that they ever do right now is just make more war and more pain and suffering at both sides. They don't give a crap about anybody except for themselves and for their own personal glory. The Republicans have been stuck watching Fox News for nearly almost a better part of 8 years before everything just went to shit. For 15. And not just 15, but for 11 years, ever since we lost with Mitt Romney. I just want things to be normal again. I want conservatism to be normal again. But I know it can never truly be normal. All that they have, and all that we have, is just hate. Hate and darkness for each other. And calling everybody Hitler because we simply disagree. And labeling each other vile, nasty things because we simply won't talk to each other anymore. I just want peace. But I will never get peace. Because it will never be worth a damn.